So let's take a moment to settle our motivation. So we're on day 3 of our Easter retreat, and from the perspective of Easter, we're going into the deepest darkness, and the weather's kind of good for that too. You know, the rebirth, the resurrection happens tomorrow, but now at the moment, it's all of that interior kind of energy. And I actually remember a few years ago, I went to an Russian Orthodox Easter, and I was totally amazed that first off, what they did throughout Easter, they covered all of the icons with black scarves. And the whole church, it was really quite intense. And then on this day, I think on the ceremony kind of quite later on at night, they started taking off the black, and they put pink garters around all of the icons. And then by tomorrow, they changed all the pink garters to white garters. It was really quite extraordinary. So the whole thing happened in Russian. I have no idea what the ceremony was, but you could kind of get a feel for it, for the process. It's kind of a universal process. And so then once they'd finished the whole Easter celebrations with the midnight mass, then they took all of the icons from the church and walked them around the neighborhood, blessing the neighborhood, which happened to be Fitzroy. So up and down Smith Street and Gertrude Street, and you know, all of the drunks and the homeless and the junkies and the prostitutes and the little Russian grandmothers in their incredible fur coats carrying the icons and blessing the neighborhood. It was very extraordinary. So also when I was in the Baltic states, and I went to a Russian Orthodox church in Lithuania, and they were doing prostrations just like we do, except instead of when they put their the full-length prostrations you know, on the ground like this, they would make the sign of the cross and then come back up. So everyone would come in and do 3 prostrations and then stand to pray. So there are definite universal resonances around the world that we can tap into with this time of Easter. I'm also thinking of, it's such a shame that at Easter there are many Christian churches around the world that are now bolstering up their security so that they're not bombed over Easter. So we can set a special motivation that by our practicing together, creating harmony together, literally, that we can redress the balance, that everybody can have true freedom of religion, to be able to follow their spiritual path, and that there can be peace, like His Holiness the Dalai Lama says, of recognizing the commonalities, what we have in common and what we share, for a century of dialogue. So in particular, for all those Christians around the world at this most important time of year who are fearing for their lives. And also for all those around the world suffering the immediate and acute effects of COVID, whether from illness or from the financial effects or the social dislocation. So we can set our motivation in particular that by doing this practice, that we can remove all the obstacles, outer and inner, to an effective and fair rollout of the vaccine across the world, for medicines that will be most effective, for the eradication of COVID and all of its causes, and the eradication of all of the disturbing emotions that result in these group karmas and environmental results. And then closer to home, recognizing that here we are with this extraordinary window of opportunity to do Dharma practice. So may we really focus our life to take the essence of this human life that's so rare and fleeting. And may we be able to have no obstacles between ourselves and our gurus, being able to follow our gurus' advice and put the teachings into practice and have realizations. So the main focus of this practice to purify our negative karmic vision that causes us to see our gurus not just as ordinary, but even as sick or aging, as manifesting these things, and recognizing that they are the results of our karmic vision, and that's something that we can do something about. It's not just us that needs our holy gurus, but everybody does. It's the most important thing in the world. So we can start our practice situating ourselves where we are, which is on the Jagera and Turrbal lands. And so we acknowledge and pay respect to the Jagera and Turrbal people, who are the traditional custodians of this land that Langri Tangpa Sena has the fortune to be residing on at the moment. And with our heart, we pay our respects to all elders, past, present, and emerging. And as we are embodied beings, enjoying the benefits of being on this land, then physically residing in a peaceful and supportive environment, then using our speech with the call from the heart, calling the guru from afar. Of course, the guru is not far away, it's us that are far away. So it's a way of drawing close to the guru and recognizing that our gurus, who are they really? Guru Vajradhara. So think that all of us in one voice call from the heart. Guru, think of me. Guru, think of me. Guru, think of me. Magnificently glorious Guru, dispelling the darkness of ignorance. Magnificently glorious Guru, revealing the path of liberation. Magnificently glorious Guru, liberating from the waters of samsara. Magnificently glorious Guru, eliminating the diseases of the 5 poisons. Magnificently glorious Guru, the wish-granting jewel, I beseech you, please bless me. Magnificently glorious Guru, please bless me to remember impermanence and death from my heart. Magnificently glorious Guru, please bless me to generate the thought of no need in my mind. Magnificently glorious Guru, please bless me to abide one-pointedly in practice in isolated places. Magnificently glorious Guru, please bless me to not have any hindrances to my practice. Magnificently glorious Guru, please bless me to realize without error the view of the fundamental nature of reality. Magnificently glorious Guru, please bless me so that all bad conditions appear as a support. Magnificently glorious Guru, please bless me to accomplish effortlessly the 2 works of self and others. Please bless me soon, please bless me very soon, please bless me on this very cushion, please bless me in this very session. May I not give rise to heresy for even a second in regard to the actions of the glorious Guru. May I see whatever actions are done as pure. With this devotion, may I receive the Guru's blessings in my heart. Magnificent and precious root Guru, please abide on the lotus seat at my heart. Guide me with your great kindness and grant me the realizations of your holy body, speech, and mind. I think that the great enlightened entourage of Guru Vajradhara, all the multitudes of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, dissolve into rainbow light, absorbs into Guru Vajradhara, who dissolves into light. And this blissful clarity, the radiant light, flows to the crown of your head and melts down through your crown, coming to rest gently at your heart, burning brightly like a supernova. And you are blessed with the Guru's inspiration. And then think that the place where you are is like the pure land of Sukhavati. In the center is a wish-granting tree made of wisdom, knowledge, light. At the top of its trunk is a 4-petaled lotus, in the center of which is your root guru and the aspect of Amitabha, surrounded by all the lineage gurus. On the front petal are white Tara and all the long life deities. On the right petal is the Buddha jewel, Shakyamuni Buddha, and all the other Buddhas. On the back petal is the Dharma jewel, in the aspect of piled up volumes of scriptures. And on the left petal is the Sangha jewel, the 8 close disciples and others. And in addition, the whole mass of branches, leaves, and flowers of the tree is full of objects of refuge. The whole environment is very beautiful. The ground is soft to walk upon. All the trees are decorated with jewels and golden bells ringing out the sound of Dharma. And all the sentient beings are joining you in this pure land of Sukhavati. And then together, we spontaneously go for refuge and generate bodhicitta. So this is on page 5 of the Meditations on White Tara. I go for refuge until I am enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I am enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I am enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. And then in these most conducive circumstances, doing this practice right here in front of Amitabha Buddha. We begin with the emptiness meditation. Recognizing that the natures of oneself, of the deity to be meditated upon, and of all phenomena are in essence of one taste in emptiness. Resting your mind in that wisdom, realizing emptiness. And focusing exclusively on the empty aspect. recognizing how the space within a dirty glass or the space within a clean glass is equally clear and unobstructed. Focusing on that clarity, recognizing your ultimate nature, not separate from the Dharmakaya, the embodiment of the purity of all subjective and objective phenomena. Om Sobhava Shura Savadama Sobhava Shura Ham. Om Sobhava Shura Savadama Sobhava Shura Ham. Om Sobhava Shura Savadama Sobhava Shura Ham. And from the sphere of emptiness, the aspect of the tone of the mantra, Om Tare Tutare Ture Soha, resounds, pervading the realm of space. And from the sphere of emptiness, your bodhicitta mind, the altruistic motivation or impetus, manifests as a radiant white moon. And on that appears your own mind in the form of a white syllable tum. Recognize this as the essence of the life force, enlightened energy of all the Buddhas. And if you have had the White Tara initiation, contemplating this syllable, not as if you're looking at it, but as if you are the syllable. These transform into an upala flower marked by syllable tum. And then again, recognizing that this form is too subtle for sentient beings, spontaneously from the strength of your bodhicitta, this transforms into the self-generated, life-granting Arya Tara with one face and two arms. Your right hand holding an upala flower blossoming by the ear. In youthful aspect, you are adorned with all of the major and minor marks of a Tathagata, and endowed with 7 eyes. You are screened by a full moon behind you. And your 3 places are marked by the 3 syllables, a white Om at the brow, a red Ah at the throat, and a blue Hum at the heart. Also at the heart, the white seed syllable Tum on the moon disk. And from this, countless light rays are emitted, inviting the wisdom beings and the initiating deities. Great multitudes of white taras coming from the Pure Lands arrive in the space in front of you, some very large, some very small, every atom of space filled with radiant white taras. Then gradually, all of the taras melt into the central tara. It becomes more and more radiant, and then comes to dissolve into you. The wisdom beings merging inseparably with you, Tara. Zahom Bam Hom. And then the initiating deities confer the empowerment, pouring with their crystal vases made of wisdom light, the nectar through the crown of your newly arisen bodhisattva body. And as the nectar completely fills your body, the overflow of the nectar on your crown becomes adorned with Amitayus. And then from the Tum at your heart, the Tum and the moon disk, light rays are emitted, activating the infinite nectar of longevity from beyond cyclic existence and dissolving it back into your heart. So just like breathing, the light rays going out from the white Tum syllable, hooking back the nectar of longevity in the form of light that absorbs into the Tum, which becomes even more radiant. And again, the light rays going out, hooking back all of the life force, the chi, the blazing light wisdom from beyond samsara, beyond duality, dissolving back into the Tum at your heart. And then taking a moment to meditate on clear appearance and divine pride. So if you have not yet had the White Tara initiation, recognizing this whole experience as your potential, like a mirror, and allowing a great aspirational thought in your heart to arise to become just like Tara, just like this. And if you have had the White Tara initiation, meditating on the clear appearance, blissful, radiant appearing while empty, recognizing this as your true nature. And releasing any doubt or confusion. Completely identifying with your task as White Tara. Your radiant white body made of light, shimmering like the rainbow. Your 7 eyes seeing freedom. The Upala flower by your ear, representing the Buddhas, past, present, and emerging. And from the crown jewel in your hair, in the top knot, where Amitayus resides with the entire Pure Land, at the heart of Amitayus, a red tree. And rays of red light shine out from this tree at Amitayus' heart. The light rays shining out into all 10 directions, spontaneously hooking back the essence of long life from all samsaric and non-samsaric beings. Hooking back the essence of long life and the energy from the 4 elements. From all of the elements that make up the universe. And also hooking back all the life force energy previously stolen by black magic, by traumatic events, and by conflict or arguments. And all of this life force energy is drawn into the nectar is drawn into the nectar long life vase in Amitayus' lap. The nectar increases limitlessly in this vase like a fountain of youth. And as this irrepressible energy, blissful light, continues to increase, it overflows from the vase into your crown, flowing down through your body, filling up your light body. So gradually feel your whole body becoming more and more radiant, filled with this long life nectar. Your nervous system flowing with the long life nectar. vibrant and energized. And at your heart, or at the heart of Tara, the white moon disk, the tum syllable in the middle, and sitting right there in the tigli of the tum, the round circle, your holy guru, like the very seed, encompassed and protected in the tigli of the white tum at Tara's heart. And surrounding him on the moon disk are all sentient beings, including oneself. All those who you wish to pray for, all those you have a strong karmic connection with, either positive or negative, all those we hear about on the news, especially all those who are practicing virtue, who are seeking to create peace and harmony and on a spiritual path. And surrounding all these sentient beings on the moon disk is the mantra garland. Om Tare Tutare Ture Mama Ayo Punya Jana Pushtim Kuriya Swaha. All sentient beings enveloped by this mantra, completely protected by the mantra garland. So the nectar flowing through your body from Amitayus's vase eliminates from your guru and all the sentient beings all the hindrances to long life, purifies the hindrances to long life, purifies the black karmic vision of all sentient beings, especially that to see our guru as manifesting aging or sickness. Om Tare Tutare Ture Mama Ayo Punya Jana Pushtim Kuriya Swaha. Om Tare Tutare Ture Mama Ayo Punya Jana Pushtim Kuriya Swaha. Om Tare Tutare Ture Mama Ayo Punya Jana Pushtim Kuriya Swaha. Om Tare Tutare Ture Mama Ayo Punya Jana Pushtim Kuriya Swaha. Om Tare Tutare Ture Mama Ayo Punya Jana Pushtim Kuriya Swaha. Om Tare Tutare Ture Mama Ayo Punya Jana Pushtim Kuriya Swaha. Om Tare Tutare Ture Mama Ayo Punya Jana Pushtim Kuriya Swaha. Om Tare Tutare Ture Mama Ayo Punya Jana Pushtim Kuriya Swaha. Om Tare Tutare Ture Mama Ayo Punya Jana Pushtim Kuriya Swaha. Om Tare Tutare Ture Mama Ayo Punya Jana Pushtim Kuriya Swaha. Om Tare Tutare Ture Mama Ayo Punya Jana Pushtim Kuriya Swaha. Om Tare Tutare Ture Mama Ayo Punya Jana Pushtim Kuriya Swaha. Om Tare Tutare Ture Mama Ayo Punya Jana Pushtim Kuriya Swaha. Om Tare Tutare Ture Mama Ayo Punya Jana Pushtim Kuriya Swaha. Om Tare Tutare Ture Mama Ayo Punya Jana Pushtim Kuriya Swaha. Om Tare Tutare Ture Mama Ayo Punya Jana Pushtim Kuriya Swaha. Om Tare Ture Mama Ayo Punya Jana Pushtim Kriya Swaha. Om Tare Ture Mama Ayo Punya Jana Pushtim Kriya Swaha. Om Tare Ture Mama Ayo Punya Jana Pushtim Kriya Swaha. Om Tare Ture Mama Ayo Punya Jana Pushtim Kriya Swaha. Om Tare Ture Mama Ayo Punya Jana Pushtim Kriya Swaha. Om Tare Ture 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 Swaha. So as we continue to recite this mantra, at the completion of one mala, then instead of continuing to go round, then turn around and come back in the other direction. So this first mala, reciting Tara's mantra, concentrate on the purification of one's own illnesses and all of their causes, of all the hindrances and obstacles to a long life of all the sentient beings, and of one's own negative karmic vision causing to see the guru as aging or sick. Focusing on the purification aspect. And then when you've completed that one mala, then coming back in the other direction, focus on the light from the mantra, filling your body and the bodies of all the sentient beings, especially those practicing virtue in the three worlds, bringing all the blessings and the life force energy. And so in this way, we alternate between the purification and the merit, backwards and forwards with the mala. So the one mala with the purification, the long life, blissful light and nectar flowing through you and washing away all of those negativities and hindrances to one's life force, hindrances to one's practice. And then as all of those negativities and hindrances are purified, turning the mala around and feeling the life force energy absorb into you, fill your body, so it becomes incredibly energized and radiant. filling the bodies of your guru and of all those practicing virtue, so they become energized with no obstructions to be able to fulfill all of their holy projects. And feeling that as the blissful white light energy enters your crown, the crowns of all the surrounding sentient beings, all of your negative karma, all your obscurations, all spirit harms and sicknesses are completely purified. All the residue from past traumas washed away. And then into your clean, clear body. The nectar, the blissful wisdom light, filling your clean, clear body. And feel strongly that your life has been increased, your merit developed, your understanding of the teachings increased, effortless, joyous. Your wisdom and realizations increased, and that you've achieved undying realizations. And then the purification mala, purifying all of our negative karmic energy, seeing our gurus as ill or aging, all of the sickness and the causes of sickness completely washed from their holy bodies. Also on a more subtle level, our karmic obscurations causing us to see our gurus as having failings or as being ordinary, believing the appearance. And as any of this karmic residue is washed away, like a veil falling from our eyes, our Guru's body filling with light, becoming energized, revealing the true nature. The life force energy becoming strong, stable, reinstated. Our own heart becoming filled with joy and great devotion. Tari to tari tari swaha, om 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 tari to tari tari swaha. And then think strongly that the hindrances that cause my Guru to appear sick or prevent his holy wishes from being fulfilled are all purified. All sentient beings are purified. And all human beings who are accumulating virtue by even merely taking refuge or simply reciting a mantra achieve long life. And then to hasten our realizations, we can offer the Torma. The Torma offering is in the other Tara booklet, the Chinta Chakra White Tara Sadhana on page 15. So the purpose of offering a Torma is to quickly develop realizations and progress along the spiritual path, to draw closer to the deity. The Torma is offered to the wisdom beings, the front generation Tara and her entire entourage. So thinking that we're offering to the actual Tara, the wisdom being herself, and all the associated deities, Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. So first, blessing the tantric offerings represented here on the screen share and also on the altar, but thinking of them as vast, extensive and pure. Om Vajra Amrita Kundali Hana Hum Pem. Om Sobhava Shuddha Sava Dhamma Sobhava Shuddha. Out of emptiness, from 8 Om syllables appear spacious, extensive, jeweled vessels, inside of which the syllables Om transform into different offering substances, which are clear, unobstructed, and as extensive as space. So the same mudras as with the Nyungne, the Kriya Tantra or Action Tantra mudras of the Lotus family. Om Agam Ahom, Om Pajam Ahom, Om Pupe Ahom, Om Dupe Ahom, Om Alake Ahom, Om Gende Ahom, Om Yude Ahom, Om Shabda Ahom. Blessing the Toma. Om Vajra Amrita Kundali Hana Hana Hong Pen. Om Sobhava Shuddha Savadama Sobhava Shuddha Han. Out of emptiness, from the letter Om, comes a vast, extensive jeweled vase, inside of which the syllable Om melts and transforms into a great ocean of undefiled wisdom nectar. Om Ahom, Om Ahom, Om Ahom. And from one's heart, from the syllable Tum, or from Tara's heart, Tum, rays of light emanate, inviting the Lady Tara, surrounded by multitudes of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. They all partake of the essence of the Toma through the opening of the light at the tips of their tongues. Om Arya Tara Saparivara Idam Balimta Kaka Kahi Kahi. Om Arya Tara Saparivara Idam Balimta Kaka Kahi Kahi. Om Arya Tara Saparivara Idam Balimta Kaka Kahi Kahi. We also offer to all of the protectors, the local landlords, the custodians of this land. Om Arya Tara Saparivara Idam Balimta Kaka Kahi Kahi. Om Arya Tara Saparivara Idam Balimta Kaka Kahi Kahi. Om Arya Tara Saparivara Idam Balimta Kaka Kahi Kahi. Om Arya Tara Saparivara Idam Balimta Kaka Kahi Kahi. And then presenting the offerings to Arya Tara and her entourage. Om Arya Tara Saparivara Agam Pratitahum Swaha. Om Arya Tara Saparivara Pajam Pratitahum Swaha. Om Arya Tara Saparivara Pupe Pratitahum Swaha. Om Arya Tara Saparivara Duipe Pratitahum Swaha. Om Arya Tara Saparivara Aloke Pratitahum Swaha. Om Arya Tara Saparivara Gande Pratitahum Swaha. Om Arya Tara Saparivara Nuede Pratitahum Swaha. Om Arya Tara Saparivara Shabda Pratitahum Swaha. And the short praise. Venerable Bhagavati Tara, please bless me to eliminate all the obstacles of life, of my own or someone else's, and bestow on me the attainment of immortality. Then offering a praise to Arya Tara and her retinue. So the first, a gem to increase life and wisdom in praise of White Tara. Homage to the female Buddha, exquisite with youth, radiant as the eternal snows in all their glory. She sits on a white lotus and a silvery moon, indicating fully developed compassion and knowledge. Homage to the youthful one with full breasts, one face and two arms, sitting in Vajra position, She regally displays both grace and calm and is filled with great bliss. Homage to the ultimately generous one whose right hand in the mudra of supreme giving easily releases boundless karmas of peace, increase, power, and wrath, as well as the 8 siddhis and even supreme Buddhahood. Homage to the spiritual mother from whom the Buddhas of all the 3 times are born, whose power to protect us from wild animals, fires, and the 8 terrors is depicted by her hand holding a blue lotus. Homage to the refuge of the world, whose eyes in hands and feet gaze at the doors of freedom, who leads all manacled sentient creatures towards the isle of blissful liberation. Homage to the one whose face unites the beauty of 1,000,000 autumn moons, whose wide eyes gaze with compassionate warmth, and whose joyous mouth smiles equally on all. Homage to the one whose head is adorned with Amitayus, boundless life, the mere thought of whom grants endless life and wisdom. His hands in contemplative mudra hold a vase filled with immortality's brew. Homage to the all-beautiful one, whose crown steals from the sun and moon their light. Her sapphire tresses are half knotted on top, the rest falling freely over her shoulders. Homage to the majestic one, whose sparkling ornaments of crown, earrings, necklaces, armbands, bracelets, anklets, and belt, so elegantly arranged, surpass any worn by men and gods. Homage to she whose celestial raiment of shoulder sash and skirt array her body in the way rainbows enhance the crystal mountains. Homage to the goddess before whose lotus feet Vishnu, Indra, Shiva, Brahma, anti-gods and spirits, men, apparitions, and all the world submit themselves in complete devotion. Glorious one, merely by reciting your mantra and making offerings at your lotus feet, one gains immortality, wisdom, and merit in all desired cities. Therefore, before you I bow down. The knowledge, compassion, and power of all the Buddhas appear in the form of you, beautiful goddess. So I take refuge in you and make known my prayers. Please eliminate the obstacles which delay fulfillment of my aims. Quickly release those peaceful actions of yours to calm the interferences to my quest for perfection. Release me from the 8 terrors, sickness and demons and other harmful agents, outer and inner. Quickly send forth your perfect actions of increase, which multiply such qualities as life, merit, ungrasping compassion, the stainless wisdoms of learning, contemplation, and meditation, and the 3 higher trainings. Quickly release your perfect actions of power, which fulfills all wishes of the mind and causes gods, men, and spirits to humbly bow before you. Quickly direct your perfect actions of wrath to destroy the inner, outer, and secret forces of evil that aim to confound truth and those who dwell within it. Please grant me quick and easy attainments, such as the magic sword, mystic eye, medicine, fast walking, the food pill, and the precious vase, and even Mahamudra, the highest of siddhis. In brief, from now until enlightenment is gained, I respectfully make offerings at your lotus feet. I need no other refuge than you. Out of compassion, gaze upon me and grant your protection. By the meritorious energy of this practice, may the transcendent, perfect Tara look upon me forever with pleasure and never leave me for even a moment. May all sentient beings after death take rebirth before Amitayus in Sukhavati, land of pure joy. May they live in the ways of the great Bodhisattvas and equal Avalokiteshvara, Lord of compassion. May I realize the oceans of sutras and tantras, to be able to pass them on to others, and may I strive until samsara is emptied to uphold the victory banner of practicing exactly as taught. So think that our universal praise is very happily accepted by Aryatara and her entourage. And then we can pause for a moment and have our group dedications. So if you'd like to turn your camera on, then
I'd like to dedicate all the merit of practice. I'm only at this one session, but the whole retreat to all our precious gurus and the teachers who've taught us all these things that are mentioned in this practice, such important things, and to Intima Kim, who started Langri Tangpa Centre, and to Langri Tangpa Centre in general, that it continue to prosper and flourish in order that these things become available to all sentient beings. And for those of us who are here, to continue to, for our practice to expand and encompass more and more people and animals and all beings, all those beings.
And before you go, Venerable, here is the red envelope offering from all of us.
Oh, thank you.
To all of you.
Thank you all so much.
So how wonderful to have Venerable here as our special guest. That's really lovely. Now,
Miffi, if it's okay, I'd just like to dedicate this short praise to Tara from Atisha. I bow down to you, O great compassionate Mother. I bow down to you, Mother of 1,000 eyes and arms. I bow down to you, Mother Tara, supreme among healers. I bow down to you, Mother Tara, you are the medicine that heals all ills. I bow down to you, Mother Tara, compassionate and skilled in all methods. I bow down to you, Mother Tara, you are the all-supporting earth. I bow down to you, Mother Tara, you are the cool water. I bow down to you, Mother Tara, you are the warm and ripening fire. I bow down to you, Mother Tara, you are the air where each thing grows. I bow down to you, Mother Tara, you are omnipresent like space.
thank you so much, Carol.
Mm-hmm.
So then we can also have some dedications that due to all the merits collected by us, especially together in our web of light, our fiber optic cables, all the merits collected by us, by all the Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas and all sentient beings, may whatever we experience, whether it's good or bad, whether it's suffering or happiness, sickness or health, praise or blame, gain or loss, good reputation or bad reputation, long life or death, even being born in the hell realms, whatever we experience may only be of benefit to sentient beings, that which causes all sentient beings to achieve enlightenment by ourselves alone. We can also dedicate that due to all the merits of the 3 times collected by us and all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas and all sentient beings, wherever we are, whatever universe, world, country, area or place, just by us being there, may the sentient beings who are in that universe, world, country, area or place never ever be reborn in the lower realms. May they immediately be liberated from all diseases, spirit harms, negative karmas and defilements, and may they achieve enlightenment quickly by actualizing the whole path, especially bodhicitta. So by just our very presence in the world, may it immediately stop wars, famine, sickness, and natural disasters. And may these things never be experienced again. And may we all become wish-fulfilling for sentient beings, able to fulfill all of their wishes according to the Dharma. So then we can continue with the next praise in the praises booklet. The praise to White Tara, written by the first Dalai Lama. So we can think that ourselves leading all the sentient beings in the world to offer this praise. Tare means freedom from samsara. Tutare, freedom from the 8 terrors. Ture, freedom from all illness. Homage to the Mother Tara. Homage to the supremely generous one who sits in the Vajra posture on a moon disk at the heart of a white lotus. Homage to she as radiant as the autumn moon, her back resting upon a moon disk, her body made beautiful with ornaments, her left hand holding a white lotus. Homage to Aryatara, who appears as a 16-year-old youth, mother of all Buddhas, she whose form spontaneously fulfills all wishes. Homage to she with a white wheel at her heart, a wheel with 8 spokes, bearing 8 mystic letters and blazing forth lights. Exalted Tara, mother who brings liberation, wish-fulfilling wheel, increasing life, hear this prayer of mine. Protect me from dangers to my life and from sickness and misery. Bestow upon me the supreme city of realization and the common cities as well. High and exalted one, in whom I place faith, care for me always as a mother her child. I call to you, catch me on your hook of compassion. Transcendent goddess, white as the autumn moon, perfect one, haughty yet serene, she beautiful with jeweled ornaments, clothed in silks and sitting in the Vajra posture upon a lotus and moon, having a smiling face and 2 arms, mother of Buddhas, past, present and future, repeatedly I bow down to you. Pray be moved by my devotion and help me to accomplish enlightenment. From now until I attain Buddhahood, pacify all negative circumstances that may hinder me. Make flourish every circumstance conducive and helpful. And then to purify any mistakes made in the practice, and to stabilize all the blessings from doing this practice, reciting the 100-syllable mantra. And as we hear the sound of the bell, then that as a reminder to meditate on emptiness. Om Pema Sapa Samaya Manupalaya Pema Sapa Tenupai Tita Jido Me Bava Sutokai Ome Bava Supokai Ome Bava Anaratu Me Bava Sava Siddhi Me Prayata Sava Kama Sutame Chitam Shriam Kuru Hom Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sava Tata Kata Pema Mame Muncha Pema Baba Maha Samaya Sapa Ahon. Whatever mistakes I've made because of not knowing or lacking ability or not finding the proper materials, please be patient with these. And then requesting Aryatara and her entourage to remain here. Then think that all of the enlightened beings dissolve into light that absorbs into Aryatara, who in turn dissolves into white light tinged with rainbow that swirls around your room where you are and absorbs into all the statues, stupas, tankas, scriptures. With the prayer, by residing for the benefit of all living beings, please bestow your blessings of health, life energies, power, and supreme attainments. Om Supratishta Vajraya Swaha. And a spontaneous rainfall of flowers rains down upon you, in your room, around you, representing all of your virtues and merit. And dedicating that upon seeing the signs of untimely death, by clearly beholding the holy body of the wish-fulfilling wheel Tara, may we intrepidly and instantaneously conquer the Lord of Death and swiftly attain the rank of an immortal master of knowledge. By the fortune of certain deliverance in this supreme vehicle, may we have long life, freedom from illness, perfect bliss and happiness. May we have the ability to live hundreds of years and see hundreds of Buddhas. And now, at this time, may we experience great bliss. Then making an offering of our practice to our holy gurus. A long life prayer for His Holiness the Dalai Lama. the wish-granting, wish-fulfilling jewel, source of every single benefit and happiness in this world. To the incomparably kind Tenzin Gyatso, I beseech, may all your holy wishes be spontaneously fulfilled. Offering our practice to Lama Zopa Rinpoche. You who uphold the subduer's moral way, who serve as the bountiful bearer of all, sustaining, preserving, and spreading Manjunath's victorious doctrine, who masterfully accomplish magnificent prayers, honoring the three jewels, Saviour of myself and others, your disciples, please, please live long. And for all of our holy gurus, including Geshe Tashi Sering, Geshe Sultram, Geshe Zopa, Geshe Sherab, Venerable Rabina, Kandrila, all of our holy teachers, whoever we've taken teachings from, and in particular thinking, may we always put their teachings, their advice into practice in our lives, and may we support our Dharma brothers and sisters and create harmony amongst all of the Dharma practitioners. May my Venerable Lamas' life be firm, their white divine actions spread in the 10 directions. May the torch of the teachings of Losang always remain, dispelling the darkness of all beings in the 3 realms. The Miksema. Mi me tse we te chen chen rezim. Dream Kempel Wampo Jampayan Ganchen Kipel Surgen Soin Kapa Losandra Pe Shabla Soiwadem Mi me se we te chen chen rezi Dream Kempe Wampo Jampayan Ganchen Kempe Sugen Soin Kapan Losandra Pe Shabla Soiwadem Mi me se we te chen chen rezi Dream Kempe Wampo Jampayan Ganchen Kepe Sugen Soin Kapan Losandra Pe Shabla Soiwadem. And then, as I like to do at the end of each of the sessions, to have a image of white Tara to send you out into the world. And I particularly love this one because it's so wonderful to see these deities as actual living, breathing beings made of light, 20, 30 stories tall, with us sentient beings all crowding around their feet, in amongst all of the busyness, the darkness of samsara, to have this amazing refuge here amongst us. So this particular one, as we go out into the world, remember in the world we are always at the feet of Aryatara. She's always here with us, looking after us. Just like children running to the skirts of the mother so we can run to the divine celestial garments of the rainbow body of Aryatara, white Tara.